Top stories. Manipur Assembly passes rupees 187.3 crore for excess grants for the year 2017 to 2018. Results of 10th and 11th IRB will be announced after monsoon session, says NBREN. India commemorates 23rd Kargil Victory Day, marking victory over Pakistan in Kargil War. Congress stages protest across nation against ED's summon of party leader Sonia Gandhi. India records 14,830 fresh COVID cases along with 36 fatalities due to the infection in past 24 hours. Hello, good evening. You're watching Pony TV English News. I'm Christina and now the news in detail. On the second day of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly today, Leader of the House, Chief Minister N. Biren, led the annual report of State Vigilance Commission for the year 2021 to 2022 on the table of the House. The session began 11 in the morning with the Speaker T.H. Satyabrata in the chair. Opposition MLA K. Ranjit moved a motion on the poor results of students for government schools in BOSEM and COSEM examination. The House later withdrew the motion after discussion. As soon as the House began its session, 11 stirred questions were raised in regard to the education, health, Mahut works, YAS, etc. MLS K. Megachandra, M. Rameshwar and S. Nisikant took part in the general discussion on budget estimates 2020 to 2023. Member K. Megachandra termed the budget estimates 2022 to 23 as anti-people and urged for review and amendment. Chief Minister made his statement in the House in response to the observations made by members. Chief Minister had moved for discussion and voting on demands for excess grants in the House. The Manipur Legislative Assembly passed a total amount of rupees 187 crore 2,69,000 for excess grants for the year 2017 to 18 in the House today, which includes rupees 11 crore 70 lakhs and 72,000 for state legislature, rupees 139 crore 98 lakhs 47,000 for finance, rupees 27 crore 63 lakhs and 84,000 for labor and employment, rupees 5 crore 57 lakh and 8,000 for textile commerce and industry, and rupees 2 crore 21 lakhs 58,000 for sericulture. He also introduced the Manipur Appropriation Number 3 Bill 2022, Bill Number 11 of 2022, and the Manipur Appropriation Number 5 Bill 2022, Bill Number 13 of 2022 in the House today. While participating during the discussion, Chief Minister N. Biren said that the results of the 10th and 11th IRB will be announced after the ongoing monsoon session.
State Kudimak law in Hirani, other than IRB in a low row, Hadana, IR 10, 11 IRB in a Pirokibani, Madugi recruitment process to COVID like Hibakari Levisina, Tender, other Madu, who just Assembly Hill, Hyper, result out already, Uzik Aduki Matakta, honorable member, Sigisi, honorable member, Mayamgi, state concerning I must Hijabani, Uzik, we have identified 34 international border police station, 34 police station, international border. Sorsan Purugina, Resami Pokemon. Oh, forest and environment is a young concern. Was it timber? See, I am but the Manipuragi, Yan Basin with Tim Nobody. And Mapal, Manmar on the Gisan of Pony, Hiramasita, Kartobugi Pau Pongi, Aduway, Lasidagina, Tamkam Kilomanga, and Kana sector, Kanda, highly book ocean sea, a Manipuri product or any product I believe. Mapam Sabdi Yalakura Yala Gadi, Forest TP, Kakanda stated. Revenue Kagadabani, illegal Ruibu, or Ganamadu, Pagadabani, had the Madugi instruction.
India today commemorated 23 years of its victory over Pakistan in the Kargil War, saluting the supreme sacrifices and valor of the fallen heroes in Kashmir. President Draupadi Murmu paid her tribute to soldiers on the occasion by calling the day a symbol of extraordinary valor. She said that all the countrymen will be indebted to the soldiers and their family members. Kargil Vijay Diwas is a symbol of the extraordinary courage, might and determination of our armed forces. Prime Minister Narendra Modi saluted the brave sons of the country who achieved the height of valor in the defense of the motherland. He said that the day is a symbol of pride and glory for the nation. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said Kargil Vijay Diwas is a symbol of the indomitable courage and valor of the Indian Armed Forces. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh paid tributes to the bravery and courage of armed forces. They fought valiantly in extremely harsh conditions to defend our motherland. Their act of valor and indomitable spirit will remain etched forever as a defining moment in India's history. A red-line ceremony was held at Kargil War Memorial in Drast to pay tribute to soldiers who lost their life in the 1999 Kargil War. Chief Minister N. Biren informed that the Agniveer recruitment for all the districts of Manipur had been rescheduled to be held at Laimakong. The statement was given at the observance of Kargil Vijay Diwas at the banquet hall of the 1st Battalion Manipur Rifles today. Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Minister WANGKHEMCHA, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh also attended the observation as President and guest of honor respectively. Speaking at the event, N. Biren Singh recalled the valor and bravery displayed by Indian soldiers during the Kargil War, when they drove away Pakistani forces by retaking mountain peaks that they had been forced to retreat from by intruders from Pakistan. He paid tributes to the warriors from India who gave their life to preserve the nation's integrity and sovereignty. He honored the sacrifices made by Indian soldiers to save the integrity and sovereignty of the country. He further happily informed that the Agniveer recruitment for all the districts of Manipur, which was earlier scheduled to be held at Dimapur, Nagaland, had been rescheduled to be held at Laimakong, Manipur from 23rd November to 5th December. Youths from the state won't have to worry about leaving because they will have the chance to participate in Agniveer recruitment rally here. He also disclosed that the state government would give Agniveers preferential consideration while hiring the state's active services. He also urged ministers to execute all projects on schedule and without compromising on material quality, particularly those involving the construction of roads. He expressed happiness that Manipur had won the top spot in Northeast and Hill State category of the 3rd edition of Niti Aayog and India Innovation Index 2021.
Bharat Lami Singi, Rona Paraba, Matona, Madikatopi, Guluna, Bharat Geling Katamba, Gilaimai Degi, Adumba, Pakistan, Lami Singadu, Tam Toptuna, Mapu Paba, Bharat Ki, Sapsava, sovereignty country, sovereign country, Fidabu Tamagam Kibani, Ujipia Pingasi, Lambi Siamni, Matang Sahi, Kaini, Akwagi, no Shishukutama, Adagi, what quality Shishu, I append on quality Simadi, Akway, Honorable Minister Shiawidi, Lambi, Simadi Masimadi, compromise the Ogums. Anyone may want to say, but Lambi is in a priority Piraganda, Akway, Badumadi, compromise the with the Kana, one handing, also Honabiri, and married Lambi.
44 Assam Rifles under the aegis of IGAR East also organized a red line ceremony at a memorial at Tamenglong in honoring the nation's fallen heroes, which included 5 from the state of Manipur. The commandant led the regiment. The unit organized a mobile Jhanda Yatra flag rally in conjunction with the Indian Army and Assam Rifles to further disseminate the message of peace, prosperity, and pleasure. The battalion also opened the Veteran Sadan, a 2-bedroom guest room for former service members in the district. On this occasion, the fully furnished guest room would make it easier for veterans from remote locations to visit district headquarters for a variety of reasons. The facilities can be reserved for a small leasing fee. This had been created as a tribute of the veterans of the Tamenglong district as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Pony TV na makhal mathel gi thoram sing sandukuna miyam gi seba tawjari masida hena mai pak na bagi damak Pony TV ki YouTube channel amadi Facebook page ta like amadi subscribe tawbiro loina na MCTV ki channel number 988 amadi ISCOM gi channel number 142 da miyam na meeting tabiduna mapung faba channel ama ohenbiyu
hena mai pak channel ama oina bagi damak Pony TV ki contact number 9362511104 da contact tawbiro Makada pijariba contact number natraga email asida miyamna suggestion pibiraknaba harjari
miyamgi suggestion bu khawrangna ngaijari
Welcome after the break. According to Union Minister of State for External Affairs, Dr. R.K. Ranjan, we should proudly live with local products rather than importing products. Speaking at an event on celebration of Atmanirbhar street vendors at Iboyaima, Sumanglila, Sanglen that was attended by Union Minister R.K. Ranjan, Mahut Minister Yumnam Khemchan, Commissioner Mahut M. Joy and other government officials. He added that under this Swanidhi Mahotsav program, which was launched in June 2020, street vendors are given interest-free loans ranging from Rs 10,000 to Rs 50,000. He also talked about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's concept on Swanidhi Mahotsav. He said street vendors can easily obtain a loan through today's program, and if they repay it on time, they may even be eligible for Rs 50,000 loan. Joint Action Committee of 12 civil society organizations and students' bodies on the research institution, Manipur, and each functioning co-convener, Jingdin Liu Paumei, demanded to fulfill necessary requirement of Tribal Research Institute, TRI, within 15 days. Speaking at the press meet held at Manipur Press Club today, she stated that the institutes, which is one and only tribal institute in Manipur, Joint Director, has not been regularized, and even the institute has not celebrated annual state-level tribal festival for over 5 years. Despite the fact that it is a research institute, there is no facility available for MPhil, PhD, postdoctorate of research on a topic related to tribal, even though it is research institute. She so voiced her displeasure and urged the state government to comply with the mandate at the earliest, or else education will begin.
Karigidamakta akhoi Manipur sida tribal gi oiba sothahoriba backward oiba akhoi ge phurup sing asigi apunbo oina compact ama oina leiriba research institute asida mapung phandaba full fledged oidaba mapandadi fledged oiba oina uhangani manungda soiriba mayama leiriba mayam do point do haidragaso dum khangani masigumlo mayam se mapung phanbibo loinana amatta oiraba Joint Director gi mafam sima asuk kuira ibise ngasi paboda ma se regularize ta da se maram karigino aduna mapa mapi atuna qualified oiderdi karam tauba karam ba department do mapung oigadorino maram maduna ngasi di akoi Manipur da khunda minare ba yellow ngai digi yellow look akoi tribal group mayam si oiba amatta ngairaba TRI se masisi mien jangchille harga CSO miyam na jangchille harga mapung faba full fledged oiba active oiba department ama oihan biu hana masi wapam si thamjage.
United Committee Manipur UCM pay condolence to the sudden death of Thongam Danabir, Secretary Account of United Committee Manipur UCM of Moirang Ningtho Leirel. The organization paid tribute to him with 2 minutes silence. They also remember his participation towards the unity of the state. His sudden demise is a great loss to the and one can replaces said in a press release. As a follow-up of the investigation of the case related to the busting of a brown sugar factory on June 14, 2022 at Moising Mina Bazar by Taubal District Police, leading to the arrest of one Taubal Mayum Ahmadi Bibi, aged 48, along with massive seizure of brown sugar and further arrest of 8 involved persons. Another person, namely Thiam Sanjit, alias RK, aged 58, son of Let TH Liglai Singh from Taubal Kiam, Litan Pok Lekai, involved in the manufacturing of brown sugar, was arrested yesterday afternoon. He had been then remanded into police custody for further investigation. Massive efforts are still on to cause the arrest of other involved members of this drug manufacturing racket. The Liangmay Naga Council Manipur LNCM declared its support to Naga Solidarity Walk, which is scheduled to be held on July 28 and 29 and organized by the Global Naga Forum GNF under the aegis of One People, One Destiny, according to the press statement issued by the President of LNCMR Machundapo. The greatest strength of mankind rests in steadfast unity. Therefore, we must learn to live together as brothers or else die together as fools, and it is now time to show our unity for the Naga coast. Hence, LNC appealed to all the frontal organizations, youth, women, students, villages or churches, leaders of the Liangmay community to participate in the solidarity work and exchange support in all forms. Sonia Gandhi, the head of the Congress, appeared at the Enforcement Directorate's Delhi office this afternoon for questioning in connection with the alleged money laundering cost involving the National Herald newspaper. She was accompanied by her son Rahul Gandhi and daughter Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. She was last questioned by the Enforcement Directorate on Thursday for about 2 hours. The questioning is linked with alleged financial irregularities in the Congress-promoted Young Indian Private Limited, which owns National Herald newspaper. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are among the organizers and majority shareholders in Young Indian. Like her son, the Congress chief too has 38% shareholding. On the other hand, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and several party MPs were detained by Delhi police at Vijay Chowk today after they staged a protest against the ED questioning of Sonia Gandhi. The Wayanad MP and other Congress leaders gathered at Vijay Chowk to march towards the Rashtrapati Bhawan to draw the president's attention to the alleged misuse of agencies by the government. Rahul was put in a police bus, but officials did not disclose where he was being taken. In relation to the Enforcement Directorate has summoned Congress President Sonia Gandhi for a second round of questioning in a money laundering case. A protest was held in headquarters of AICC New Delhi, where MPCC member Gai Khangam also participated in the protest. He stated that they were protesting the Enforcement Directorate's act of calling their leader and mentally tormenting them.
Congress Party के President श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी को मरम चादना इधीना कौदना सुन torture तो ले बसे mentally disturb तो ले बसे मसी यानी दे है बेगी against the AICC ना Congress का पुनः मत को अगर ऐसे तो पुछने लगा तो इधर पुनः मत मतलब याद दे उपकरण लगे ना अगर Congress Party में भी कोई दूसरी भी मैडम सोनिया गांधी की Mike kadadi mag tungda khoi me lepi akoi tim handa akoi unity amadi solidarity se utna khoi le gani duga sibo threat mayam na la so akoi Congress Party amadi Congress Party permission ki gada banate mase achum me ki lan phanda khoi masi mai pak ki bhawa
Members of Manipur Pradesh Youth Congress Committee protested and burned the effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Sri Amit Shah and condemned the Delhi police action. The protest came after Rahul Gandhi and many senior leaders were detained by Delhi police today when Congress former President Rahul Gandhi was peacefully protesting at Parliament against the price hike, GST and misuse of institutional agencies. Delhi police forcefully arrested Rahul Gandhi and has been detained to Kingsway police station.
Long run downfall manageable political parties financial aid money laundering FIR reason baseless allegation ni aduna matamang na tawbani masi mamangda Srimati Sonia Gandhi kautringaida Rahul Jimu kawidana 50 hours and harassment pibikrabani mase aduna haujikshu Srimati Sonia Gandhi amuk kawraktana aikoigi national leadership kawkhalakana amuk tawraibase atai karisu nate nation gi ajoba state moigi lairiba sarkar asigi failure mayam asla sunna natai duna thamlaga sungna kanda mind divert tawna na Sonia Gandhi romda aikoigi aside attack tawsinna honaraklaga akoida maran laitana maran lehenba sarga mental harassment pibani aduna masi thawong ase Congress party na sukya yabanga moi sukya su yaroi haidana masi Srimati Sonia Gandhi bu idina kauri bache tholak ti baw wai ko phamki gani adugi mathakta mo makhata na mabu kau tharak pata gadi makhata na su koi tarana kaya changsil lakhi gani khongjang kaya changsil lakani akoi satyagraha andalan kaya changsil lakhi gani haibo.
In accordance with the Supreme Court's directive, the Assam Transport Department on Monday issued specific instruction for the school authorities, both private and public, to install CCTV cameras inside the school buses. According to Assistant Transport Commissioner Gautam Das, violence of the Transport Department order will result in a penalty of Rs 10,000. There are specific guidelines set by the Supreme Court and direction from the National Commission for Protection for Child Rights for the safety of students while traveling in school buses. This must be followed by the school authorities, said Das. He added that all school vans and buses must be painted yellow. The word school bus must be written on the front and back, and if it's a hired bus on school duty, should be clearly mentioned. He stated that in addition to having a fire extinguisher and first aid kit, the name of the school and the telephone number must be mentioned on the bus. India recorded a total of 14,830 fresh COVID cases, along with 36 fatalities due to the infection in the past 24 hours, bringing the country's overall COVID tally to 4,20,451. According to the data shared by the Union Health Ministry, 18,159 has been recovered in the last 24 hours in India. The total death toll in India stands at 5,26,110 of the 36 deaths reported in the last 24 hours in the country, 7 each from Kerala and West Bengal, 6 from Maharashtra, 3 from Gujarat, 2 each from Delhi and Punjab, and 1 each from Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Odisha, Tripura, and Uttarakhand, taking the daily positivity rate at 3.4% of the total active cases stands at 1,47,512 in the country. The recovery rate is recorded at 98.47% as per the data. According to the Health Ministry, 202.5 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in the country so far under the national-wide vaccination drive. A quick recap of the top stories. Manipur Assembly passes Rs 187.3 crore for excess grants for the year 2017 to 2018. Results of 10th and 11th IRB will be announced after monsoon session, says NBRE. India commemorates 23rd Kargil Victory Day, marking victory over Pakistan in Kargil War. Congress stages protest across nation against ED's summon of party leader Sonia Gandhi. India records 14,830 fresh COVID cases along with 36 fatalities due to the infection in the past 24 hours. That's the end of today's bulletin. Thank you for watching.